Hello, I'm SuperSeizer there, DjEphixa, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So, we're back here showing our lovely people poems, and it's very nice, very très magnifique. So, okay, we're showing people our poems. So, well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would have been completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Because I freaking wrote it based on what the flip Sayori likes, based on what I like, so that means me and Sayori are tight bunches. Yeah. Well, I guess you've been friends with her so long, you might have been the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type of all of a sudden. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Thanks, I'm right here, you know. Right here. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would have probably just flew away, letting go of a balloon. What? She would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. Oh. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem now. Here. Disgusting. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. Who likes those? That's why I'm not friends with her. That's not necessary. I hope you know. You know, the reason why people are friends with each other is because it's a really fun time. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. And that's why I'm not friends with her. What? One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. Why? That's why I'm not friends with her. You should have named this poem Spit on the Microphone. That's what you should have named the poem, Spit on the Microphone. You should have named this poem, This is why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What is up with spiders? I mean, spiders aren't the freaking bane of my existence or anything. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Wow, so freaking self-conscious. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. If it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Well, no. I feel like you shouldn't just not like someone because of what their hobbies are. Because everyone has a different hobby. You don't have to like Doki Doki Literature Club. You don't have to like the games that I'm playing. You don't have to like what other people are liking in order to be friends, in order to connect with each other. So you could have other things that you have in common to connect with each other. And I don't think that's just because she likes spiders shouldn't be a reason why. Whatever, Natsuko is not bad, right? So bad. It's not bad, but it's kind of, I disagree with the opinion basis on it. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way better, Natsuko, but let me tell you this one. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. That was the best I liked. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. You don't like Amy because she likes spiders. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler allegories. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone who agree with that subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you and think less of you. I don't really care. I like playing video games. I like recording. I like technology. Technology astounds me sometimes, like how mics work and how to set up like an XLR thing. It really does. It doesn't shock me, but it intrigues me a little bit. But that just makes people stupid. Anyone who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone, then it makes them happy. What? I did not. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Then why would you write the poem? I don't know if it was a poem to show a point, or she actually thought that about Amy. Poor Amy. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. That's what I do best after all. I read that like half. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make some people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Okay, Jesus freaking Christ. Who should I show my poem to next? Monika. Why the frick not? Hi again, Caesar. That's like her signature pose. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not something bad. And not going bad. It's not going bad. Ow, I hate. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Well, you're much better at piano than I am at coming up with freaking poems. You'll never know. Want to share what you wrote for today, even though the dogs outside are so loud? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monika. Alright! I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would say. Of course! Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had some sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. How? Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities you wouldn't expect, because your freaking fingers out like this. The way she talks about you, it sounded like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. That's how you say that words. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. Oh my god. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when you're reading your poem. You sure you're not reading too much into it? I could be, as she does that signature pose. I'm not making fun of it, by the way. I just like the pose. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing it has kind of a gentle feel to it, like a puppy. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Also, totally unexpected for you to know that stuff. Well, to each of their own. To each their own. I can't read today. It's bad news bears for me. And you wouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do. You do too. Do. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, good. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless. Cacophony? I have no idea what that word said. I don't know if that's a C or is that an I. Cacophony. Cacophony. Stop making fun of me. Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. These are math terms. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. Vinyl is so good. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? Why is there such a freaking gigantic gap between freaking load me and of meaningless? Cosine tangent. Those are like math terms, aren't they? Okay, I'm done. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Oh, weird pose again. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I like it. It's just, it's weird with the cosine tangent. Like, what? No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. Like, why is there such a big space between of meaninglessness and load me? I kind of like the playing with the space on the paper. Choosing where and how you space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Yeah, freaking, I got bored halfway in the middle of the white space that you drew out. Yeah. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short make me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of meaning or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. It's about someone. Hoodoy. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Nice. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When it happens, don't forget to save your game. Did she literally just give me a tip for the game? That is a humdinger of a squeaker do. You never know when you might need to change your mind. Okay. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? The fact that you said it means you're weird. What am I even talking about? You freaking give me a tip of the game. Are you breaking the fourth wall with me here? Things are getting weird. That's my advice for today. You just gave me a freaking tip for the game. Thanks for listening. All right, one last person to show my poem to. Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Caesar. Your skills are already improving. Really? I just wrote about Sayori a bunch of times. Thanks, Yuri. I almost freaking said that in Yuri's voice. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, but don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. I don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to get to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. I said that in the wrong voice. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. I love reading stuff. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods. I don't know why I'm talking. Yuri nods and timidly hands her a poem. Alright. Of course, it's in mother frickin' script. Alright. The raccoon. Oh, raccoons are my babies. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scruttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies of an unordinary human. As an unordinary human, I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon is fed and will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. So the raccoon is an urge, the bread is your curiosity. So giving your curiosity, okay, so you're putting your curiosity, okay, no, I don't know. Try to act smart. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in my eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft, the raccoon comes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. The rush of blood, the classic prevailing conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. So I guess the raccoon is so she basically said that raccoon is the urge and the bread is the curiosity. So you're feeding your urge with curiosity. I think that's what it means. Don't freaking know. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical, if you might say. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine, not manage. What is wrong with me? What this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as my canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I could take it as face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's in those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Why? Didn't Natsuko also write something like that? About someone always being ridiculed for a strange interest. Eh? She did? Yeah, oh yeah, freaking Amy! Amy! I love you! Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, so you have more in common than you think you do. Sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like a kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Haha, don't worry, I have no reason to. It's not like you freaking hurt me with your books. Okay, well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness. I would probably hate myself. I embrace my weirdness every day. I embrace it every day. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Good listener in the house. Okay, everyone. Voice is horrible. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if anyone would come to the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry too so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sari has been working on posters and we designed some pamphlets so we can give out during their event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to do at the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? That's exactly what I said. What? Monika. Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. No! Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. Oh, fudge. But the cool part is we're also gonna let everyone come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting in all the questions in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't even start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's bad enough idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuko. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuko and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. Oh, they're all sad now. Except Natsuko, she's freaking angry as hell. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone that what literature's all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right! And all those reasons that we're all in this club today, don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them with the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. They don't like it. They don't like the idea. Natsuko and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree! Me! I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out for a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuko doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine! I guess I have to just get over with it. Alright! Phew! Thanks, Natsuko. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! Unanimous! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh! You'll be fine, Yuri! But anyway, let's move on to the main event. There's a freaking another event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of a bunch of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook and specific poem has in her mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. There's a podium in the room. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or she's simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sarah looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Woo! Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was kind of hoping just to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper in her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called. Anxiously glances at one another. You can do it, Sayori. It's called The Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts to read the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why has she suddenly put in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like it happened when Yuri absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she insinuates with a perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances at her as she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start up rallying. Yes! Best poem ever! Everyone joins me afterward and gives Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud for her, but we got caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, just read your poem. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it as you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or your own head. It's like your poem. It'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice has made a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I would probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe it's what Sayori meant when she liked my poems. It's like I like to reach more deeply into someone, and so I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Caesar liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Frickin', it came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where their sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That means I'd be practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of people. Then next time, we're gonna pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time for the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuko? Don't make me go before Caesar. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Caesar lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Why? Why? Natsuko, it's fine. I don't really care. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection what to read. I'll have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes in front of me. It's making me terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put the energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not that good as everyone else. Don't worry about it too much. I think it's less about your abilities and more your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Don't know. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuko. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuko begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuko takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's making it unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuko's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they're bounced up and down as if they're giving life to the poem. Natsuko finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do it again. Well, you do at least feel empowered enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuko. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that all of you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get ready to practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so everyone know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably be finding some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort for the club. It makes me so happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and we'll have the weekend to prepare. Nice, Monday is a big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright, I'm all good. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. As for the sake of the club, and I'm impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's just kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make it such a big deal. No. Just because I wrote a poem. It must be a little nice, though. Well, I just freaking skipped everything. My bad. How am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Caesar. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Well, I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have happened, already changed. Freaking, I mean. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than the usual way on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. Freaking thinking about poems. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... Sayori fumbles on her words. So let's just say one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? Why? She lives all the way across town. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I would still walk home with Sayori. I would walk home with Sayori because I love you, Sayori. Sayori's deep down, mwah, home slice. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, she is, but goddamn, I already see you in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't ruin that for you. You're so silly, Caesar. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri deserve it if she wanted it so. Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, that's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? I read that wrong? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird for Sayori to care so much about, but I still want to respect her and keep her happy. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Who knows? Time to write another poem. Okay, I have no idea how this is gonna work. Let's give it a good old save-a-roo right here. Excellent work, Jives. I don't know if I should go still just write everything based on Sayori, which means that she likes both happy and sad things. Like if you see like some stuff, she jumped when I picked that word instead of Yuri would jump if I picked that word. So I think I might just go for Sayori. Sayori's a nice person. I like her. She's kind of closer to who I am. I think Monika's getting weird because I feel like she gave us a writing tip of the day that was for the game, which I feel in a different way that's weird. But anyway, I don't know what will happen next. Who knows? But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me in this video. If you did enjoy, blast the like button. With that, don't forget to subscribe for some more boss content. And I will see you guys in the next video.